two of the most iconic reptiles will be facing off in a savage showdown. The king of the lizards, the Komodo Dragon, and the heaviest-bodied snake in the world, the green anaconda. They will face down in the arena, where factors such as size, strength, speed, stealth, weapons, and defenses will be used to determine the winner. So who will be the victor in this reptile rumble? Let's get into it. So, who is bigger? Komodo dragons grow up to roughly 10 feet long and weigh about 300 pounds. Green anacondas are roughly 18 feet long and weigh 550 pounds. The anaconda is clearly bigger and claims this category. But what about strength? Anacondas have a relatively weak bite force with recurved teeth. These are designed for holding on to prey and forcing it down the anaconda's throat. However, they make up for this weak bite force with raw crushing power. An anaconda can exert roughly 90 psi, which when combined with its large size, is a ton of pressure. The pressure anacondas exert has been compared to having a bus on you. But how does the largest living lizard compare? Komodo dragons have one of the most powerful bite forces of any lizard at roughly 600 psi. The Komodo dragon also has powerful forelimbs, which it uses to dig burrows that can be 3 feet deep. In addition, the Komodo dragon can drag around Javan rusa deer, which can weigh around 350 pounds. This category is difficult to determine because the Komodo dragon's bite force is stronger than that of the anaconda by a large margin. But the anaconda has much stronger crushing capacity. The large differences in anatomy between the two creatures make comparing their strength difficult, so the first time in any category on this channel, we will give a tie in overall strength. What about speed? The Komodo dragon can run at speeds of up to 13 miles per hour despite its large size. While this doesn't sound like much, this means that it could outrun the average adult human. But how fast are anacondas? The green anaconda can move at speeds of only 5 miles per hour on land, but can reach speeds of up to 10 miles per hour in water. However, the main speed of an anaconda comes in its strike speed, which, while poorly documented, if based on the strike speeds of other boas, is roughly 3 meters per second. That means prey has less than a second to react after the anaconda strikes. So who is quicker? The Komodo dragon is definitively faster than the anaconda in terms of locomotion, yet the anaconda is extremely quick with its strike speed. The edge in this category will be given to the Komodo dragon because its speed is more definitive. There is a chance the dragon could react quick enough to avoid the anaconda's strike, but if the anaconda needs to escape, it has no chance of escaping the dragon. What about stealth? This category will barely be analyzed since the anaconda definitely has better camouflage, which works well with its slower speeds. This isn't to say that Komodo dragons have bad camouflage. It just isn't good enough for their prey to walk within a few feet of them. Finally, what about weapons and defenses? The anaconda's defenses are relatively poor, with its scales being easily penetrated, and its major defense being the fact that its long body limits the ability to cause fatal injuries. However, its offense is impressive despite only having one weapon, and the crushing force it can generate can break bones and cut off circulation. Not to mention its prey often ends up submerged, causing it to drown as well. How does the Komodo stack up? Its defenses are much more impressive, with thick scaling protecting them from the only major threat to them as adults, other adult dragons. This armor has to be able to stand up to the teeth, claws, and tails of other dragons, which will be discussed below, and works similar to medieval chainmail, blocking attacks and spreading out the blow. The weapons of Komodo dragons are impressive and numerous. Least impressive at their tail, which can swing with the force of a baseball bat and knock over wild boars and horses. Their claws can grow up to 2 inches long, which are attached to their powerful forelimbs and can cause deep gashes. Their teeth are 1 inch long and are serrated and rear-facing so that when the dragon shakes its head, it tears free large chunks of its opponent or prey and causes massive bleeding. This is where the Komodo dragon's secret weapon comes in, venom. The Komodo dragon is one of only a few venomous lizards in the world. Its venom stops blood clotting, causing wounds to keep bleeding. In addition, its mouth is full of bacteria, over 40 strains. Interestingly, Komodo dragons have retractable teeth similar to Toothless, the Night Fury, or Wolverine's claws. The dragon's teeth sitting in its gums allows it to pick up all these bacteria before it bites and, by a means unknown to science, causes these bacteria grow 10 times faster than normal. The venom and disease-ridden bite means that less than 10% of creatures bitten by a dragon survive, with many bleeding out in hours or even minutes. Those that don't bleed out often die from infection a few days later, which the dragon then rolls up and eats. So who claims this category? This category is interesting because the Komodo dragon has definitely better armor, but the Anaconda's attack method makes this armor irrelevant. The dragon has a larger array of weapons and could counteract the snake's main defense of preventing mortal injuries. Ultimately, this category was given to the dragon since its armor may slightly slow down the snake, and the fact that it has more weapons that can cause more rapid and more long-term damage. So who wins? The Anaconda with an edge in size and stealth, and a draw in strength. Or the Komodo dragon with an edge in speed, and weapons with a draw in strength. Here is a hypothetical scenario. The Komodo dragon is stalking through shallow water with dense vegetation. He uses his forked tongue in an attempt to locate food. Nearby, a green anaconda waits for its prey to get close enough. Despite its strong sense of smell, the dragon doesn't sense the anaconda's presence. He gets a little too close, and the anaconda strikes, just missing the dragon. The Komodo runs at the snake and grabs and tears a chunk of the snake's skin, piecing its thinner scales. The snake strikes again, latching on this time before coiling around the dragon. The dragon uses its large claws, gouging the snake's side, while the dragon again bites the snake and tears flesh. It is no use, though. The snake squeezes tighter and tighter before killing the dragon. However, the snake is bleeding severely from the bite and claw wounds inflicted by the dragon, and due to the venom, the bleeding won't stop. This, combined with the dirty jaws of the dragon and dirty water, lead to the anaconda becoming infected and dying a few days later. The anaconda won this reptile rumble, but didn't live to celebrate its victory. The Komodo's venom and bacteria-ridden mouth killing it off a few days later. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next Savage Showdown.